All right, cool. Let's start. Hello, Tammy. Hi, Delia. Okay, so Jared, Taven, Nael, and Galen, please turn on your cameras. Thank you. And then we can get started. Thank you, Jared. Thank you, Nael. And thank you, Taven. Galen as well, please. All right. Okay, let's begin. So, today we are going to have a look at a few things. The main thing we're going to do today is understanding what task fulfillment actually means when we are considering purpose, audience, and context when we are writing an email, all right, or any situational writing. What does task fulfillment mean? And task fulfillment is really important. Why? Because all right, out of the 15 marks they give you for your PSLE, for your situational writing, task fulfillment actually takes up 10 marks. So that's why it's worth investigating. And then on the side, we will be doing some visual text and some grammar cloze, of which some of you have already actually completed online. So good job, those of you who have. So here comes Kian and Zhen Yan. So Zhen Yan is here. Kian is here. Okay, Kian, I marked him here as being present already. Okay, here on my attendance list, it actually says that Zhen Yan, Ian, Jared, Glenn, and Galen, you have actually transferred to this class. Does it mean that you were previously from another class? Galen and Brian, were you from another class on 88 Tuition? Okay. So Monday was Teacher's Day, and that's why you are here today for makeup. Okay, understood. All right, so your usual teacher is Mr. Boon Leong, right? Okay, understood. All right, no wonder I was wondering. All right, so let's begin. Okay. First up, these are the ground rules for our class. Same thing as usual, turn on your videos, all right, mute your microphone at all times. And if you want to ask a question, answer a question, or share feedback, use the chat function. If there's anything urgent, raise your hand and then I will call you and then you can speak, all right? If not, do your best not to unmute your microphone. If you need to go to the toilet or need to be excused for whatever reason, all right, boys and girls, you do not need to wait for me to give the go ahead or whatever. You can just send me a chat message and say, Mr. Joel, I'm going to the toilet, and then you can leave. All right. But your camera must be turned on, and that's why we need your cameras to be turned on so that we know when you are back from the toilet. If not, we will never know when you're back. For all we know, it could be in the toilet for like 1 hour, and we have no idea where you went to. All right. So, okay, we have 2 more students coming in now. We have Chris and who's the one who just came in? Oh, so many students. Chris and Bunshin. Okay, good. All right, those of you who did it online, good job. All right. Bunshin, Chris, Galen, Glenn, Joy, Kian, Yu Leong, Perez, Tammy, and Tommy. You all did it online. Good. So at least you're prepared for what the answers are. All right. At all times, please be mindful to be respectful to all your fellow students and to me. All right. And that's it. All right. Just some things for you to remember. So first part we're covering today is visual text. And remember, when it comes to visual text, right, it's the one where they give you a poster and it's normally filled with a lot of information and you have to find the correct information out of this really, really huge poster. The poster is normally 2 to 3 pages long, all right? And the questions will be based around this poster or this website, or whatever that they give you. Okay, so one of the very important strategies for this, right, boys and girls, is that we do not ever assume that the moment we find a correct answer, it's the only correct answer. That's very dangerous, right? We should compare all the options in the MCQ. Even though we might think that we found the correct answer, think again. All right, compare all the 4 to the poster, see which ones may be correct as well, and then decide for yourself what's the best answer after you've done that. Okay, so that's a very important strategy for visual text, especially. Another important strategy is when they ask you about what's the main purpose of the poster, or what's the what does the author mean when he says blah blah blah, that kind of thing, right? Always refer back to the poster. And when they ask you what's the main purpose, right? Just think about it in terms of what did they spend most of the words talking about? So that would probably be the main purpose, right? The thing that they spend most words talking about, that's your main purpose. So I think Bunchen is joining on 2 devices, key, and that's why there are 2 accounts of Bunchen here. All right, so let's have a look. Woohoo! First one. Why is an exclamation mark used in the heading Singapore's first ever cycling series? Over here, the exclamation mark. Where can we find it on the poster? Over here, right? The Fit for Life cycling series, Singapore's first ever cycling series. And then there's like an exclamation mark at the top there, right? Oops, I should have used red. I should have used green so that you can see it more clearly. Let me change the color here. At the top. So boys and girls, when do we use an exclamation mark? It's either to show that a person is shouting in our essay, right? In the dialogue, we use an exclamation mark at the end to show that the person is speaking very loudly or shouting. Or normally exclamation marks draw the attention of the reader to that particular part, right? That's what exclamation marks are for. Or they want to highlight that that part is exceptionally exciting or it's worth your attention, okay? So that's why here comes Perez. That's why when we look at the exclamation mark over here and we look at the 4 different options, we see that, okay, the first one, it is to create a sense of eagerness for the event. That might be a possible answer because exclamation marks, right, are actually, exclamation marks are actually, a mark that's put over there to increase the excitement of something. Perez is here. Hold on, Perez. Okay. Present. Okay. And then for B, it is to make the event sound more believable. Now, to make something sound more believable, do we use question marks, or do we use exclamation marks, or do we use any kind of marks for that matter? All right. To make something more believable, you don't convince people with exclamation marks or any other punctuation marks. You convince people by being logical, right? So that it's believable, and you convince people by being persuasive, by providing facts, providing strong emotional words like it is a wonderful opportunity, right, to come on down for blah blah blah. And then maybe you will have a lot of sponsors, that kind of thing, to make it sound more believable. So that's how you make something more believable. Nothing to do with exclamation mark, right? And excuse me, sorry. And C, it is to encourage people to take up cycling. Do we encourage people by using exclamation marks? That sounds like we're shouting at them, doesn't it? Okay. To encourage people, you would maybe have like imperatives. Imperatives are basically sentences that start with a verb, like come on down. And cycle with us. Something like that, right? You use imperatives to encourage people. But over here, the exclamation mark is not used to command someone or anything. And D, it is to express how surprised the reader would be. Surprised. Does the reader sound surprised when it says Singapore's first ever cycling series? This doesn't actually make sense, right? For D. People, you might say how surprised maybe the writer might be. Would be is a bit too strong, right? It's definitely not would. And when you are surprised, you don't always, exclaim at the end. You could ask a question, right? How did he do it? I can't believe it, right? So does it necessarily mean surprise? Not really. So the only one that makes sense is A, right? is to create a sense of eagerness. Remember, exclamation marks are all about excitement. It's all about grabbing attention. It's all about being loud, right? So the closest answer here would be A. All right, for question 1. So that's the first part, question 1. Next, we have question 2. According to the flyer, which of the following is not a benefit of cycling? Not. So where can we find benefits of cycling in the poster? In general, right? Let me just circle it in orange. So we have this very long, or rather these 4 different paragraphs over here that tells us what the benefits of cycling are, isn't it? So we probably can find our answer in that area there. So let's compare it a bit, right? The 4 different options here. It is good for the environment. Does it say so in the poster here? It is good for the environment. Look at this. It is also fun, cheap, and good for the environment. So is this a benefit of cycling? Yes. All right. It is a benefit of cycling. But we're looking for something that's not a benefit of cycling. So this cannot be the answer because this is a benefit of cycling. Next, maybe I'll use dark blue, right? It is a way of promoting health. Is it a way of promoting health? Let's check. So over here, to be fit and healthy, right? You need to be physically active, right? Riding your bicycle is one of the best ways to reduce your risk of health problems. So does it promote health? It does. So it is not the correct answer because it is a benefit of cycling according to the poster. Now, next one. It is the safest way to get to work. Let's check if that happens in the poster. Right? Riding to work or the shops is one of the most efficient ways to combine regular exercise with your everyday routine. Huh. It says it's one of the most efficient ways, but does it say it's one of the safest ways? Maybe not. So you know what? Over here, if we read the rest, right, it doesn't say it's one of the safest ways as well. This is actually not. So this could be our answer, right? This is not a stated benefits of cycling. Okay, so since we're kind of sure that we have C over here as our answer already, right? Should we still pick this immediately? No, we should check D as well. Check it out just to be safe. We never know, right? We could have missed something. So with D, let's have a look. It is a great workout for your heart. Does it say it's a great workout for your heart? Let's see. Great workout for your heart. Great workout for your heart. There we go. Your heart, blood vessels, and lungs all get a workout. So it is a great workout for your health. So this is a benefit of cycling, according to the poster. So therefore, after you've combined, or rather after you've compared all 4, then we definitely know that the answer is C over here. All right, question 2, answer is C. Sorry in advance, apologies in advance that I don't give you time to actually share your answers with me because there are just too many students in this class. There are like 20, I have 26 students in this class today. So normally, right, you will get to share your answers with me, okay? But for today, I'm afraid, to save the time, we will not be sharing the answers. Yeah, there's only 18 currently. Yeah. Maybe for the next few ones, we can share our answers. And then I will kind of tell you whether you're right or wrong, okay? Okay. For question 3 over here, let's have a look. Which of the following statements is true? Now, this one is very tricky. So those of you who haven't done it, right, just maybe